When I walked off stage, diploma in hand, the applause was deafening, except in my head. Because I knew the truth. Not a single familiar face had been in that crowd. Not my husband, not my kids. They were all at my brother's barbecue, celebrating nothing, ignoring everything. And then my phone buzzed. 45 missed calls. One message from my husband. "We need to talk, urgently." I didn't open it. I just stood there, in my cap and gown, letting the weight of 4 years of sacrifice settle in my chest. They hadn't forgotten. They had chosen. I met Daniel when I was 24. He used to tell me I was the smartest woman he'd ever met. Back then, I believed it was admiration. Now I know it was measurement. He was always calculating what I could give, how far he could push, what I would tolerate. We built a life together. Kids, mortgage, holidays with his side of the family because mine was too much drama. I thought compromise was love. The change was gradual. Missed dinners, excuses that didn't need to be good because I never challenged them. He started making decisions without me, about the house, the kids, the money. When I questioned him, he'd tilt his head and say, "You're overthinking again." But the day I got my acceptance letter to law school, he smiled, and then reminded me that it would be hard on the kids if I was gone so much. I went anyway. 3 weeks ago, I overheard my daughter on the phone. She said, "Dad said we shouldn't waste a Saturday sitting in a hot auditorium when Uncle Mike's grilling." That was it. No accident, no scheduling mistake. They had chosen him over me before the day had even arrived. I didn't yell, didn't confront. I just adjusted my schedule, quietly. Graduation morning, I left the house before sunrise. No breakfast, no goodbyes. Let them enjoy their barbecue. What Daniel didn't know was that I'd been preparing for this moment long before that call from my daughter. The first step was small. I stopped putting my paychecks into our joint account. Daniel never noticed. He rarely checked. The second step, I made copies of every financial document in the house: mortgage statements, bank records, tax returns. Late at night in my study, I read through them like case evidence. I found patterns, gaps, transactions to his brother that didn't make sense. The third, I visited a lawyer. Not for advice, for strategy. We drafted everything: divorce filings, custody arrangements, asset freezes, ready to be filed the moment I decided. The fourth, I applied for a position at a firm in another city, quietly. When the offer came, I didn't tell a soul. By the time graduation arrived, all the pieces were in place. All I needed was the trigger. The barbecue was perfect. After the ceremony, I didn't go home. I went straight to my lawyer's office. We filed everything: divorce, custody, restraining orders. Daniel would be served that afternoon. Then I drove to the barbecue. It was loud, laughter spilling over the fence. I walked in wearing my gown, diploma in hand. They froze. Burgers on the grill, beer bottles mid-air. Daniel's face went pale. "You didn't answer your phone," he said, as if I had done something wrong. I set my diploma on the picnic table, right between the potato salad and his beer. 45 calls, I said. "Was that before or after you realized the joint account's empty?" The color drained from his face. He knew. I leaned in. "By the way, you'll be served in about 20 minutes. Keep your phone close." His mother gasped. My brother looked at the ground. The kids, my kids, stood frozen, wide-eyed. I didn't look at them yet. Not until I was ready. Daniel tried to play it cool. "This isn't the place for—" I cut him off. "No, Daniel, this is exactly the place. Because this," I gestured at the grill, the music, the plastic cups, "is what you chose over me. And now everyone gets to watch you lose." It was quiet, except for the hiss of the grill. Then his phone buzzed. He glanced at it. I saw the moment he read the notification from my lawyer. His hand trembled. "You can't." I already did. I turned to the kids then. "I'm moving. You can come with me, or you can stay here. But I won't beg, and I won't be invisible in my own life anymore. They didn't answer. That was fine. They'd see soon enough who actually showed up for them when it mattered. I picked up my diploma, walked to my car, and drove away. No tears, no looking back. That night, I sat in my new apartment, small, bare, and mine. My phone lit up with more missed calls. Daniel, his mother, my brother. I blocked them all. The only message I kept was the first one he sent. We need to talk, urgently. It's still unread. Because we don't. Justice isn't loud. It's quiet. It's walking off a stage alone, then making sure the people who left you there never get the chance to stand beside you again.